Good morning, this is Cara Coffey of the Ministry of Uncovered No More. In this blog article, I'm doing something new, so excuse me if I get a little choppy in this video because learning something new has been something I have been doing my whole life. And there are several of us in my family that I'm actually worshiping some of my children. This is ancestral worship. We speak for those who are educated the organic way. And right now, where it concerns small a America, that skill, ancient skill, is lost because we are in organized cities for the most part. A lot of our indigenous abilities are lost. Let me give you an example of something that I have to take into my archangel understanding, but I can't let it go into my heart of hearts. And it is about the English language. I just saw it on Twitter, a black woman who was pontificating in an angry way, and I understand that. The French required these women and their children and their men to change their language to French. But English, by and large, is the most dominant language out there, and a lot of offenses have been committed forcing that language on populations. And this is larger than little a America's history. I can forgive that. I can appreciate those people groups. And what you have to understand is they automatically reject me as a white woman whose primary language is English. And the cycle is I get angry and I start crying for myself because I'm not heard. And if you think white girls aren't dealing with that, all other skin colors, go fuck yourself. I don't want to be anywhere near you if you don't have the compassion on some of us white people as well. Can you hear my anger? And let me tell you why that anger is there, idiots. I'm talking to every skin color. All of you, you're idiots. The King of Kings is back, and the last time that I saw him, he is white skin right now. Oh, good. I hear silence in the courts of heaven. Because the other thing that happened to me this week, go look him up, Eagles View Ministries, Bobby Connor, white skin, tried to offer me money. Oh, good. Silence in the courtrooms. It is none of anybody's business. It is none of anybody's business. It is none of your business what skin color the King of Kings is around me. I am one of his anchor people in small a America. What does that mean, Cara? That means I don't shapeshift to my knowledge. And he must shapeshift to be around me. But when it comes to Cara and Coffey Beatty, I am Asher Judah, and the Judah is through my Davis family. Duh. The king is Judah. He spends quite a bit of his time protecting my Asher side, which is one of the lost tribes. Bitches. And guess who I am right here? Anna the prophetess in the throne room. I held him as a baby. Neither one of us were white. Do you have any questions? I do not give a fuck what color your skin is here. Go look in the New Testament record. There is neither male nor female. There is neither black, brown, white, yellow, you name it, here. And I am tired of having to remind humanity of that. Your wars among the skin colors is atrocious to the king and I. So go fuck yourself. All of us are privileged to be here in this day and age. All of us have a responsibility to put down our tribe's color and appreciate everyone. Now, I'm going to get back to my pretty side. Let me gently swing this over because I'm about to do a reading. These are the colors that I chose. Like I said in the blog article, these are some of the pens that I use with that kind of notebook. I am privileged to finish The Wasteland by T.S. Eliot today. I am going to show you, like I just typed in the blog article, taking the sticky off. I use stickies as bookmarks. Do you see how I haven't applied color? I haven't applied color. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I'm so accosted everywhere with people fighting among themselves, skin color, and a lot of white people are rejecting the pain in their life of what they've actually done to other people groups. I'm not one of those white people. What I have is a birthmark. See the J? It's on my right ring finger. Any questions? I don't have a skin color here. Deal with it. Drop all your bullshit attitudes that's causing not only wars but rumors of them constantly, everywhere. You're causing all skin-colored children in Gens, Millennial, and Z, and on to have severe rejection issues in small A America and probably all of Europe. I don't know about other countries, but the Western world I do know about. Now, let's shake it off, babes. No, I'm not talking about Taylor Swift's song. I don't do it that way. My dining room table, that is now my desk. And yes, I need a surface this large with the kind of work that I do. Work, y'all. Because if you're not paid for it, nobody considers it work anymore. But we need to bring the arts back, and we need to bring it back cheap. Bitches. God damn, this stuff is so elementary. It just amazes me I have to still do it this way. God damn, God damn, God damn. Goddess damn. All right, I'm going to bless y'all, whoever listens to this, and say God and Goddess, Goddess and God. Blessings. Hashtag blessed be. I'm an agnostic here. I won't go so far as atheist. The king covers that occasionally. I'm trying to help him today, my friend. And going into the atheist side isn't helpful. I'll do that on another day. Maybe when I walk into the Christian church. Okay, so here's my beautiful gold, metallic gold, PC 950 Prismacolor. What the Thunder Said, underlined. All right, this is the color I'm going to start with, and then you can see it on the blog, the other colors I finish with. All right. I'm sharpening to start. Carmine Red, PC 926 jumped out at me. Henna, PC 1031 jumped out at me. Cool Gray, PC 1063. My brother and Curtis were both born in 1963, so that's special to me today. And Apple Green, PC 912. You need to understand something, world system. I can break this down numerically, 100% accurately in Asia. And why don't you go check the records of how cruel it has been for home churchers in Asia to just establish their house churches. And then I'm going to swing back to America and say, small a, what the fuck, all your complaining and everything. What the fuck? Button it. If I call out these colors, I'm not necessarily using them. People see me do this all the time in shops. Okay, no other colors are screaming at me, so to speak. And I'm not going to do the pens or the gel right now. I'm just going to work with this. And do I want a pencil? No, I do not. It's going to be the metallic gray, which I need to order another one of. Okay. I love those websites where you can order Prismacolor or other brands. Other brands do this. You can order them one at a time to complete your sets because the sets are expensive. I love them, but I can't always buy them. And so you see me kind of chained to issues in the world system as an artist because we can't always afford our stuff. So we have to make do. And if you think, you know, an off-brand coloring pencil is as good as Prismacolor, then you're shitting on the hard work that the people in Asia actually do for Prismacolor to be here. And there's off-brands of Prismacolor. In other words, they're taking it and they're not producing it as good as the real Prismacolors. And I don't know what to do with that. I'll motion to it. Every single society I know about has this problem, and I just picked these. This is basil. I want rest to world systems. I'm not hating on you. And peppermint. I want you to heal with me. My sinuses are having to heal. After this, I will meditate. What the Thunder Said. After the torchlight red on sweaty faces. After the frosty silence in the gardens. After the agony in stony places. The shouting and the crying, prison and palace and reverberation of thunder of spring over distant mountains. He who was living is now dead. We who were living are now dying. With a little patience. I need to add blue for patience, the moon goddess. Always, always, always is with us. Light cerulean blue, PC 904. This is Cara, 4th day. Creation of archangels and angels. With a little patience. Patience, my loves. Patience, patience, patience. Oh, this is beautiful. Here is no water, but only rock. Rock and no water. And the sandy road. The sand color. Nope. Yellow ochre is too yellow. Okay, I'm going to go back to this one. Seems better with what I have to work with today. Ginger root, PC 1084. 1984 was a good year, for me anyway. Here is no water but only rock. Rock and no water and the sandy road. Oh yeah. This is good. The road winding above among the mountains. Which are mountains of rock without water. If there were water, we would stop and drink. Amongst the rock, one cannot stop or think. I can't think here. And I will tell you that the mountain, in this case, for our world system, is the internet. IT, AI. It mesmerizes to the point of we quit thinking. Why do you think I read poetry? I'm building my brain back after what I went through, testifying about the man now, didn't I? I happen to know him a little bit from our discussions. Thank you, sir. And he kept it out of his house for a very long time. He's very careful. My dad did it by just only allowing us an hour of TV. When my mind is hurting because of the bullying and everything that I'm trying to forget that I experienced, I watch TV. When my mind is healed, I do what I do in this blog article. But even this, I'm cleaning my table. There was too much stuff on it. It was starting to hurt my thought processes, and here I am trying to do a beautiful poem that is feeding me actively. My testimony earlier about this one poem to my son, he's my witness, the one born on my birthday, we're both Aries, is that I cried all the way through it, but it was the best tears. I finally broke through. Where was I? I was at Beaty-Coffey. They have the best atmosphere over there. Oh, wow. Thank you, Beaty-Coffey, for your faithfulness. And they're 24 hours, so like if it's 11 o'clock and I just have had a day because somebody was struggling or I was struggling, I can go over there for an hour, have a cup of coffee, keep myself awake. I don't go to sleep naturally until 12 midnight. I'm aiming to have that ability to move the aura of that I experience over there here, so that I don't have to travel all the time. We'll see. I don't know. It's so ferociously weird. in Texas. Has been my whole life. So I'm going to read that part again. If there were water, we should stop and drink. See, I'm just telling you this. Reality, what it looks like in my life. Amongst the rock, one cannot stop or think. Sweat is dry and feet are in the sand. If there were only water amongst the rock. Dead mountain, mouth of carious teeth that cannot spit. Do not know what carious means? Will define it in the artwork coming up. Here one can neither stand nor lie nor sit. There is not even silence in the mountains, but dry, sterile thunder without rain. There is not even solitude in the mountains, but red sullen faces sneer and snarl from doors of mud-cracked houses. If there were water. And no rock, if there were rock, and also water, and water, a spring, a pool among the rock. If there were the sound of water only, not the cicada, and dry grass singing, but sound of water over a rock, where the hermit thrush sings in the pine trees, drip, drop, drip, drop, 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 drop. But there is no water. Who is the third who walks always beside you? It's your mind's eye, my love life. And oh my gosh, I was crying here the last time I read this. Who is the third who walks always beside you? When I count, there are only you and I together. But when I look ahead up the white road, there is always another one walking beside you. Concrete is white, y'all. Gliding wrapped in a brown mantle, hooded. I do not know whether a man or a woman, but who is that on the other side of you? What is that sound high in the air, murmur of maternal lamentation? Who are those hooked hordes swarming over endless plains, stumbling in cracked earth, ringed by the flat horizon only? What is the city over the mountains, cracks and reforms and bursts in the violet air? Parma Violet, PC 1008. Falling towers, Jerusalem, Athens, Alexandria, Vienna, London. Unreal. A woman drew her long black hair out tight and fiddled whisper music on those strings, and bats with baby faces in the violet light whistled and beat their wings and crawled head downward down a blackened wall. And upside down in air were towers, tolling reminiscent bells that kept the hours, and voices singing out of empty cisterns and exhausted wells. In this decade, In this decayed hole among the mountains, in the faint moonlight, the grass is singing over the tumbled graves. About the chapel, there is the empty chapel, only the wind's home. It has no windows and the door swings. Dry bones can harm no one. Only a cock stood on the roof tree. Co-co-rico, co-co-rico. In a flash of lightning, then a damp gust, bringing rain. White, PC 938. Ganga was sunken in the limp leaves, waited for rain while the black clouds gathered far distant over Himavant. The jungle crouched, humped in silence. Then spoke the thunder. Da! Datta, what have we given? My friend, blood shaking my heart, the awful daring of a moment's surrender, which an age of prudence can never retract. By this, and this only, we have existed, which is not to be found in our obituaries or in memories draped by the beneficent spider. Or under seals broken by the lean solicitor in our empty rooms. Da, Diana Vam, I have heard the key. Turn in the door once and turn once only. We think of the key, each in his prison. Thinking of the key, each confirms a prison. Only at nightfall, ethereal rumors. Don't quite understand the word ethereal, so I will look it up. Revive for a moment a broken Coriolanus. Da, Damyata. The boat responded gaily to the hand expert with sail and oar. The sea was calm. Your heart would have responded gaily when invited, beating obedient to controlling hands. I sat upon the shore, fishing with the arid plain behind me. Shall I at least set my lands in order? London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. And there is some French, perhaps, which I will not be able to read, but I can copy it because I'm choosing to not only read this, but to do a large art. I will show you at the end of this video the book. I've wanted to be in this book for quite some time. I hope I still have it. I do. Yes, I've wanted to do a page of this book. And now I am going to have my dream come true. These fragments I have shored against my ruins. Why then I'll fit you, Hieronymo's mad again. When I said it that way, it means it is spelled Againe, again. Datta, Dayadvam, Damyata. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I am finishing a painting that is going to go with this. Excuse me while I cover up the colors. Hungry. I'm going to have a breakfast sandwich today. I'll even stop in to do a little bit of sausage because I'm hungry. So hungry. But I'm excited as well because I have wanted to be able to art within this book for quite some time. And here's the special thing about this with T.S. Eliot and I. First off, we're both white people, and that does make a difference in America right now, particularly with what I'm needing to do with X, my 4 accounts with X. It's complicated. Portrait of a Lady, excerpts by T.S. Eliot. So T.S. is saying to me, sitting right, oh, I see where he's sitting. Okay, wow. Okay, my love, I'll sit there too. Let's see, you saw my runes. This was 2020. Here's another page I did. Who knows how many pages? Oh my gosh, I'm getting goosebumps. This is so lovely for me. And I will listen to Urema. Oh, this right here. And I've just read Revelation and began Revelation chapter by chapter and put it on uncovernomore.blog. This is my dad's letter opener. It's in one of my backpacks. I was also reading Beyond Good and Evil by Friedrich Nietzsche, which I had to put away because he hated women. But let's see what he said here. He has some wisdom. This book that I had was translated by Helen Zimmern, The Natural History of Morals. Thou must obey someone, and for a long time, otherwise thou wilt come to grief and lose all respect for thyself. And then he went on and again, this seems to me to be the moral imperative of nature, which is certainly neither categorical, in quotes, and then he went on, nor does it address itself to the individual. What does nature care for the individual? ! And that was in parentheses. But to nations, races, ages, and ranks, above all, however, to the animal, quote unquote, man. Mr. Nietzsche, perhaps he loves me now. But he is in heaven. He had enough righteousness, and he was careful to chronicle his righteousness. And here I weep because my king and one of his people, but the account is lost, who appreciated my tree in my front yard. And here is bastard son, who is still there, but being very careful. This is 2/13/2021. And I said, what breaks my heart is cacophony of error, and signed it Anne. Here is a quote. Israel is a welfare state that engages in gross human rights violations and has a leader who is in trial for corruption. Stop giving them money. He was talking to Small A America. But it wasn't him. It was through him. The person who, there's a group of people who keep @bastardson_. That's how the king works. I've seen him enough times to know that. protects all of his archangels on the earth. And this is my daughter, Mary Hannah. Do not invest in what and whom clearly never invests in you. I signed that, Cara. There's an exception to that. And that's for mothers. I asked at Son of Man and God, who is no longer there, to witness. So I will take a picture and put this on X. And this was March 15th, 2021. And I quoted Bernice King, be home, beloved community. And I have a helps witness of my husband, Curtis, and my daughter, my oldest daughter. I said myself, in hell, fly high, disconnect. I sit at my front window, supposedly so free, yet a storm and storms keep raging inside me. We were not free, in all capital letters. That's Shekinah speaking through me. You have a problem with that, get a hold of Shekinah in your own insides. I'll believe you when you tell me that. There's no arrogance in me. There's no arrogance in me. So I get to do this again. I get to do this. Oh, I really enjoy this one. There's someone, I'm not going to release their address on X because we need to stay put. Someone inspired this. And I really appreciate that friendship. Really appreciate that friendship. So, the next page, and as I've already shown you, I have the ability, I don't call it an ability, sometimes it bugs me that I'm this way. I have the ability to do more than one page with one poem, so we'll see. This is going to take a lot of work, and I'm happy. This is slowing me down in a way that I don't care if anybody else doesn't understand. I'm so tired right now. So tired. Now let me close with Don't Judge Me here. This is my poem. This is my second time writing a poem alongside another poet, and T.S. Eliot is here. He's sitting here. He's actually eating in his universe. He's basically saying, would you get the fuck over with this, girl, and go make yourself your breakfast sandwich like you know you want to do. My daughter brought me some Panera. Their lovely sourdough loaf. Oh my gosh, y'all. So good to make a breakfast sandwich at home. Don't judge me here. I look atop that beautiful tree across the street, and I catapult to a heaven. Sometimes my love life, remember me? The womb of all human existence. And sometimes I say, why do you hate you today? I took the time and my own resources to make you who you are. Then Goddess comes crashing down to heels hell. Father God lies. Some perceptions are impossible. But if you think God is free, I mean, after all, I can go make my breakfast sandwich. There are degrees of freeness, and I've got a lot of freeness. Yes, I do. Thank you, family, for being you. But if you think God is free does not defend Father, a part of me, you're going to death and hell. His quote-unquote lie is what you use to destroy the life's light. true in all capital letters, and that is Jesus Christ, the King of Kings. If you question that, get out of my airspace now. I chose Hagalah's freedom from religion and relationship control. Freedom to choose dwelling peace and safety. And now I'm a Democrat. Any questions? America, signing off today.